Welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm just currently sitting in my car at the minute. So like this is it. This is like my first proper vlog. So I'm currently in the Trafford Centre, which if you don't know is like the second biggest shopping centre in the UK. I'm just going to see how I get on today. I mean, like I say, I'm still like new to this whole vlogging thing. So I mean, like even just sitting here, like I do feel a bit nervous actually. Like I got that sort of butterflies feeling in my stomach actually. Like I'm not gonna lie, just the thought of like, you know, heading into like the city centre and there's like people around and that. Because I do actually suffer from social anxiety. Like, I mean, I've had it like most of my life, but I mean that's for another video, that is. So yeah, I think it'll be a test. I think it'll be a good test today for me, like a real test of confidence. But you know, I'm just being myself basically. So maybe my voice might sound a bit kind of like trembly, like at times, you know. I just feel nervous, but I think this might be like a bit of an insight. So like if you're watching this, you know what I mean, it might be like a bit of an insight to how like what it's like basically. Like, do you know what I mean, if you're like brand new to vlogging, like you've never done it before. Yeah, so I think the whole idea of this channel basically was just like, you know, I have a day out like once a week anyway, so I'd go to like Manchester or Liverpool, so I thought I might as well just start vlogging it, you know. So that's basically what the channel's all about. I mean, my last two videos that I did, or sorry, like the first two videos I did, I mean, that was basically me just testing out the cameras. By the way, I'm using the Action 5 Pro at the minute, and just like, yeah, I'm definitely loving this one. So I'm just heading to the tram stop now. Yeah, so I just got off the tram now, so this is it, city centre. Yeah, it's not too bad in terms of busyness. I mean, like I've definitely seen it busier. I mean, no doubt this afternoon it'll be like a lot busier than what it is now. Like definitely along like Market Street, that's like one of the that's like the main sort of shopping area really, you know what I mean? I haven't really got a lot planned today. I mean, I was going to have a look at some mountain bikes actually. I mean, you know, just generally I have a look around the shops. I had an issue with the car this morning actually, like it wouldn't start. I was like, it's like 5 o'clock this morning. I might just get it started eventually. I got this battery booster pack that you can get. So that was the first time I used that. So here we are, we're heading towards Market Street. Like this is it, this is like the main kind of area, you know. And so obviously it is a little bit awkward doing this. I mean, like I say, you know, like the social anxiety. Like it feels cringy, do you know what I mean? Like obviously like walking along with like a camera, I mean, it's gonna feel like that. I just notice it is a bit overexposed actually. So I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, like there's so many things that you've got to like kind of think that you've got to like suddenly think about. Like, sorry if I'm not actually showing you like any like interesting content like at the minute. So I'll try and find something interesting. Because I'm just in the Arndale Centre, it's like, I've just hit this tannoy, and it's sort of saying like, so I've just been evacuated from the Arndale Centre. So that's your first bit of interesting content there. Like I've literally just walked in, and now I've got to evacuate. So yeah, I just come out of Arndale Centre. I mean, it's like, I have no idea what that was about, by the way. I just got evacuated. But yeah, it's like, so far, it's actually not too bad, to be honest. I think because it's not like that busy yet. Like it's still not too bad, like it's still the morning. But I think, yeah, it's just kind of just getting used to it, isn't it, really? You know what I mean? You kind of think, oh God, like people are looking at me, and you know what I mean? It's kind of, like, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? It feels cringy. And I think, you know, like there'll be a lot of people that are going to be like new to vlogging and that, like, or like they're thinking about vlogging. And it's like, oh, you know, but I'm like a bit kind of nervous and that to actually start. So I mean, this is me just doing it. Do you know what I mean? So I had the mentality of just thinking, look, I'm just gonna start doing it. Like, I'm just gonna give it a go, basically. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's people like looking at me and that. So yeah, I mean, I do feel a bit self-conscious. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But I think, you know, so it's just getting used to it, isn't it? But yeah, so that reminds me, I need to do a thumbnail actually for this video. So again, I mean, that's the other thing with this camera. You know, it's not the best for taking photos. So I'll probably just use my phone to take a photo. I'm not really into like the whole kind of cinematic thing. Like, I have thought about it. Like before I started this channel, I was kind of thinking, oh, like, you know, should I do the whole like cinematic thing? Like, do you know what I mean? But I think really it's like, this is just like raw, like, I don't know, like raw vlogging. Right, so I think that's a bit better. I've just changed the ISO on that. So again, it's just kind of getting used to like the settings. And now there's an alarm that's gone off. So I'd say like we're literally outside the Arndale Centre. Yeah, so I didn't get it on camera, but I just had someone come up to me and ask me like what I was doing and that. And I mean, that's the other thing, isn't it? It's like, you're gonna get that. Like, I had that the other day actually, like when I was doing a bit more testing with this camera. Like, I had someone in their car and they were asking me like what I was doing and that. And it's like, I suddenly thought, I was like, oh, I need like an answer to give. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, it's quite life-changing, like, in a way, doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's just suddenly kind of like, oh, it's definitely not for like the faint of heart. I mean, like, he asked me whether I was like a YouTuber, and I was like, oh, kind of. I mean, yeah, I've just started, like, literally just started. Although, I mean, I have got another channel, so that's like I do like fragrance reviews. So I started that in 2017. Again, I mean, back then it's like I was behind the camera doing that, like doing the reviews. Like, I wasn't even on camera, and I was still like really nervous and that, just doing that. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm not a naturally confident person, you know, so. But it's just, I just want to challenge myself as well with these videos. I mean, like, even just like looking into the camera, it's a bit, you know, like it can be a little bit kind of awkward. But yeah, so like it's interesting, you know. I mean, like the thumbnail, you know, like, yeah, like it's interesting. Like, this is interesting. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, actually. As I say, it's not too busy at the minute, to be honest. So I've just been kind of like walking around, and when I started using this camera, so I mean, this was like my second video, I think it was. It was like, I basically just had this camera in my pocket. Like, I mean, it would have been better with the selfie stick, I guess, but it's like, I just didn't want to draw too much attention to myself. Which, I mean, obviously I'm doing now, like, but this was like in my hometown, something like my current hometown as well. So and that's the thing, I mean, it kind of hits different. Like, when it's like your hometown, it's like, I feel like even more awkward. I think it was like the Christmas Eve video that I did. So yeah, like, I was testing this camera, like, yeah, that was it. It was like getting to grips with this camera. And I remember, like, at first kind of being very hesitant to even just get it out of my pocket and start recording. And I think, like, at one point I actually kind of noticed someone that I work with, like, just walking along, and I was just like, oh God. And I just suddenly put the camera in my pocket and it's like, oh, I can't do this, like, you know, because it's just so awkward. I mean, you know, I think it'd be super awkward, right, if you was like on a train or like on the tram or something, and like everyone could like hear what you're saying as well. Because that's the thing with me, it's like I kind of just assume that people are thinking things about me, which is obviously like to do with the social anxiety, like, you know. I was thinking I must remember to actually like do things today, so it's like, so far, yeah, I've just been talking about like, oh, like, you know, it's literally my first vlog and it's like, oh, it's so awkward and that, but I must remember to actually like do things, you know what I mean, like to actually like give you a bit of interesting content. Yeah, I'm kind of getting more comfortable now. Like I've just seen some other people like with cameras and that actually, so it's kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, I'll probably say this a lot on my channel, right? It's like, at the end of the day, like no one really cares like what you do in that. But it's true though, isn't it? I mean, it's like no one cares, you know, like what you do in that. I mean, I was just in Selfridges actually, and someone, like one of the sales assistants, like they asked me like what I was doing, like, you know, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just doing like a vlog, like, you know, just. And again, it's just like, oh, you know, you just have that moment where you just suddenly feel a bit kind of awkward. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because I think like some of our colleagues were like sort of looked over and that as well, like, and I could feel myself like sort of going a bit red, like in the cheeks, like, you know what I mean, kind of just get a bit like embarrassed, and I don't know, it's just, as I say, it's just get used to it, I think, you know, like at least I'm using the selfie stick. So guys, just back in the Arndale Centre again, and yeah, so I was just walking along and it's like, I mean, I'm literally outside the Lego shop, by the way, so I might actually go in there in a minute, like check out some models and that. But yeah, it's like someone came up to me and they're like gave me some like free honey. So I don't know, it's just like a sample or something. It's basically just like a little pot of honey. I was just like, of course, obviously I was like holding the camera. So they must have kind of thought, oh, he's like a vlogger. Maybe he's like a big YouTuber or something. So we'll kind of promote our honey. So I think that's like one of the perks, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? You start getting like free stuff and like when you walk down the street, like it's definitely an experience. This, as I say, it's almost like feeling like you're famous, but like you're not. Do you know what I mean? Obviously you're not famous. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know, but it kind of makes you feel like that. I think that's the thing. It's almost just, you know, you just suddenly feel like in the spotlight. You know, it's just like, oh. So yeah, as I say, I must actually do things. Okay, I'm going to start doing things now because I'm just like going on and on. You know what I mean? So guys, I just thought I'd do a voiceover for this because they're playing music in the Lego shop. So I think they've got some pretty good models in it. Like that one was pretty cool. Obviously a bit pricey, but I do think it's good value Lego. Chewbacca model there, I thought that was pretty cool. These flowers, I think they'll make a good gift. I think like my mum would like something like that. Actually, like that one, that's pretty cool. That's like daffodil. These plant pots, yeah, I mean, definitely, like, she'll be into that. Like, she likes her plants. Like, she's not very into Lego, but as I say, I just think something like that, it'd be such a good gift. Like that, that's pretty cool. Like that wreath. Surprised they still do these, actually, these architecture ones, but yeah, it's cool, you know. So yeah, it's probably about 1 o'clock at the minute. It's getting a little bit busier now, but I just had an experience like in this shop. So I actually got asked to stop recording, so they noticed. So that's like the first time. It's just like, oh. I mean, of course, I was just like, oh yeah, that's fine, yeah, I'll just, you know what I mean, I'm not going to like, you know, sort of like challenge them or anything, do you know what I mean, I'm not. That's the thing, I mean, it's like if I get asked to stop recording, I'll just stop like straight away and just kind of, you know what I mean, because obviously that's their store policy and that. So again, I mean, that's another thing you've got to bear in mind, isn't it? It's like, you know, all to do with like copyright and like store policies and like recording and You know, I mean, that's obviously like, you know, a whole new thing, isn't it? I'm surprised by the battery on this actually. It's at like 52%. So this morning it was like 94%. So I think it's pretty good actually. I mean, like I've recorded like a lot of clips so far. So not just for this vlog, but like I say, my other vlog as well. I've got the 2 spare batteries with me as well. So yeah, just heading to Cotswold. I want to check out some, I don't know if you've heard of them, they're called gaiters. So you use those for hiking. I mean, I'll show you like when I get in there, you know, but I think there's some gloves I wanted to check out. It's just having a look around. So, I mean, like, if you don't know, I mean, hiking is one of my hobbies, by the way. So, I mean, I kind of used to do that quite a bit. So I go to like the Peak District, like the Lake District. There's some local woods I normally go to as well. Again, it's just one of my hobbies. Just, you know, I just like the environment of being like in a wood, basically. You know, like it's very quiet, like very sort of tranquil and that, you know what I mean? Yeah, so this is what I was looking at, like what I was talking about. So these are called gaiters. I mean, like you've probably seen them. They basically just kind of go over like your shoes. Obviously used for hiking. So I've got some, I did get some from Decathlon actually. I think I paid like £15 for them. I mean, these are like 45. Like that one, that's like 70. It's that Montaigne, isn't it? But yeah, I just wanted to check them out, just see what's kind of different, like, you know, like with these more expensive ones, really. I mean, let me know in the comments, like, are you like into hiking at all, like trekking, camping? I mean, like I've got a tent as well. I've got like a sleeping bag and everything like that. I mean, I do actually kind of camp a little bit. Do you know, I've got these exact same boots, like these leather hiking boots. I just noticed like they've gone up in price actually. Like, I mean, I did not pay that much for them. Like, I actually got them when they were on sale. But yeah, they're good, like they're reliable, like nice boots. I've often seen these around actually. These, I think are they called mules or something? Yeah, like thermable mules. I'm sure they're pretty warm. Like they look warm, you know what I mean? It's got like downing and like insulation. And I just recently purchased a pair of these socks, these Bridgedale ones. But I actually use Darn Tough socks. So they don't actually sell them here, I noticed. It's more of like a sort of like a US thing. I've got a Smart Wall as well, that's another, you know. So yeah guys, just come back to the car. Yeah, so I mean, sorry I didn't get much content, like any interesting content, but honestly there's just so much to think about. Like there were definitely moments where it's quite busy in there, like some of the shops in particular that I went into. But I think it's just, like I said earlier, you know, it's like just getting used to the camera as well. And it's like, you know, it's like you walk into a shop and you've got to think, oh, like, are they playing music? Like, and like, is that going to be like a copyright thing or like, you know, and it's like, I think I had this shutter speed, and then it was like the lights were like flickering and that, so it's kind of like I was sort of adjusting that, and it's just so many things to like think about. I mean, obviously I was doing like another vlog like at the same time from my other channel, so, and then yeah, I just kind of completely forgot to go into like, because I was going to go into like some other shops as well, like get a bit more content and that. I completely forgot, honestly. It's just like, and you know, just kind of like being all self-conscious and being all a bit kind of nervous and that. I mean, like I'm all right now, like obviously like I'm sitting in the car by myself, you know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, it's really like awkward and yeah, just cringy. I mean, I had a few people laughing and that. I mean, like, it's fine, you know. I mean, I just take it on the chin, you know what I mean? I don't like lose any sleep over it, but it's just this whole vlogging thing. I mean, it's like, you know, you have to really just get used to it. But I think, you know, as I said many times, you know, I think like the more you get used to it, well, like the more times you do it, like, you know, you just, yeah, it just gets easier and easier, I guess, doesn't it? So yeah, I think like that's it. That's it for the video, really. You know, I mean, hopefully, like the next one will be a bit better for you. You know, I mean, I probably won't get any views anyway on this one anyway. So, but yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.